Hello and welcome back. We'll just get this train out of the siding here and have a quick run around of it. So today is Saturday the 13th of May, and tomorrow being the 14th, I'm going to go down to Shildon. There's a Hornby Dublo event. It's on all weekend, but I couldn't make it down there today. I had other commitments earlier in the day. So this is just a little bit of footage, and we'll sort of catch up with the railway perhaps late on Sunday afternoon after I've been. So let's just bring that round here for a moment or two. So I'm hoping to see some great Hornby Dublo items on display. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's been ages since I've been down to Shildon. So hopefully it'll be nice weather for the drive. It's been a bit stormy this week. Got a little bit done on the railway, but as we'll see in a moment, it really is still very much in a mess. I'm going to have to stop this and deal with a set of points just here. So let's stop that for a second. And oops, I don't want to drop that. I keep meaning to put some Velcro on the back of those and sort them out. So I've got some spaces just to plonk them down where they don't sort of drop down onto the floor. So if you have a look there, I've had some more 3D printing going on over the last weekend. I had a long weekend because it was Coronation weekend last weekend. Other items being glued up over the week, so we've got all that underway. Let's just bring this train around a little bit more, and we'll just have a look at some of the additional spans. I don't know whether you noticed them on the other side of the railway. Let's give that a little bit more power again. There we go. So there we can see the track there. Let's stop there and just have a look over there. So I'm not sure whether I had this stood in last week. So you can see I'm going to follow on from the elevated section there. Well, none of this is set in stone, but this is sort of what I want to do. I want to swing across here and across there, and my plan is to have a little bit of a station up here, sort of an elevated station. I thought it might be quite good fun, but we'll see. So it's sort of trial and error. There's no, you hear the emergency vehicles, two of them, plural, going in the background there, suddenly tearing down the road. So let's just follow this ahead. So I'm not convinced on the widths yet of these spans. Some of them may have to change. So what I'm short of. Let's just have a quick look here. I don't know whether we can get in close enough and see this track. I'm quite short of straight pieces. I have arranged to get some more straights. The ones I've got now are really very poor quality. Lots of previous abuse and soldering on them, making them very difficult to recondition. If you can't get the rails out because of previous soldering or poor soldering, it's very difficult to sort of clean up the tracks. So I have made some arrangements to get another good handful of straight pieces to go on here. Let's just follow that through there. So I think the clearances are going to be quite nice. So we'll just get another triang train to come around there. Let's bring this round here and bring it to a stop. There we go. So let's have a look what we're doing with a triang train. So I've got this goods train here. I can't remember how I've left it set though, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Yeah, I think we're all as one railway, and we're on the right hand side of the controller. So ideally, that's going to sort of run away. While we're here, let's have a look at this, because what I did do this week is I've got this point set up. So not point, or points. So this one will run with, let's just pan around there, the one at the other end there. So that's going to get in the way. Let's move that out of the way. So let's just have a quick look at that. So set that to curved, and that runs it to both ends. So let's give this the once around and see if we can get this out onto the other line, and we'll see what it looks like going under those spans. So let's go for some power here. So we're coming around there. I think we'll stop that there, and we'll just open these points. So these ones aren't aren't hooked up yet. Let's go with that one. That one's good. We'll just drop over the top of the elevated track here, and that one. So I'm part way through connecting this one up, but I haven't really had the time. Actually, let's close that one. So I've got the cabling sunk through the board. I don't know whether we can, whether the camera's going to expose for this. Probably not. No, it's far too dark and moody under there. So we'll have a look at that another day. So yeah, we've got the switch there. Actually, I put that board in as well. That's what else I've done. So there's the isolating sections for the around the turntable. So I'm looking forward to having a better play with that rather than fumbling underneath for the switches. So let's pan back around to this class 31 and this goods train, and we'll just pop this out over here. And we'll have a quick look at this on the go, and then ideally I'll get some nice footage for you for tomorrow. Sorry, from tomorrow, and we'll tag that onto the end of the video there. So let's give this a little power now. I'm going to stop that there because I just want to close up some points before I get too carried away. There we go. I'm just going to get the one on the inside line here, so we definitely, if I want them two separate, they're going to be separate. Right, let's see where we are on this side. Make sure I haven't left any hazards because I've been working around this station. Make sure nothing is crept into place. I'm just tugging on the wire from the microphone now. I'm not sure whether I've temporarily unplugged it. We'll see if we've got sound when we've finished. So let's continue with some power on here. So there we go. Looking forward to getting this station buildings back in here. So there, I think they might be a bit close on this one. Let's have a look. So I'm thinking possibly the clearance might not be as good as it could be. So let's have a look in there. Whoops. Yeah, so that just wants to balance it there. I think that's going to work out quite nicely, actually. I think there's more than enough clearance there. It might be a bit tight if you're coming in from a curve. So let's give that a little bit more. It's going to run through the station. Let's follow this around. Into the tunnel. Yeah, I think that's going to be quite nice running under a station there, or bringing a train in on top as well. I think that's going to be quite good fun. Let's just come down here again. I've just noticed I've got the brake van on both ends here. I've got a Western one on there and a BR one on the other end. But I think that's probably it for about now. So maybe we should just get one more train running. So let's bring this one to a stop. There was the hope of keeping this relatively short, but maybe not now. So let's bring this one round here again. There we go. So because I separated those the two lines, I'll just flip a couple of switches here. So we'll go 2 railways and then energize the other one. Now, I think we open that. And this one, we'll get the 262 tank locomotive with the Suburbans out. But I haven't got a handheld on there, so we are just on the... Sorry, I'm looking over my shoulder and thinking about something. So we're just on the controller. So let's give that some. Why is that one still moving? I know why it's still moving. So I have swapped it to run as 2 separate lines, but I was using controller number 1 beforehand. So let's give that a little power now. So the class 31 is now on the controller rather than the handheld, is what I meant to say. So let's just bring that to a stop there, and we'll close out that side, and we'll just get both of these running, and then we'll cut out to the footage, I think. There we go. So let's energize both of these now. So I'll give that a little power. See if that will behave itself, and then let's get the class 31 underway. So let's see if we can get all of that in view. Perhaps got the lens set quite wide today. There we go. Let's see how those balance out. I've just backed into the boxes behind me. I do like these suburban coaches. I really should get an earlier 262 out to go with them, because I think this green one is probably doesn't look quite right with them. And I also really like the black version, which is another reason. Let's see if we can get both of these trains in the same shot here. And if I come back again. Get a look at the top of these wagons. Yeah, it's all good fun. But yeah, let's have a look at that footage now, and we'll catch up with the railway tomorrow afternoon.
Pointing to something that was tied one end to the back of the other, so not any longer.
those on clappers.
It was. Oh, see, goes up this one, because it's down there.
Clever idea.
And the other one is going.
Because yes, the railways and the altitude are inspired. You know, we go through tunnels through tunnels. Because they can't get the literally you couldn't get the elevation to that point.
It's nice and simple to get rid of this from there.
I hope you enjoyed that bit of footage from Locomotion there. That was the Shildon N.R.M National Railway Museum holding that Hornby event there. So I'll put the details in the description box below. I had quite a good time out there. So I got up very early this morning, and before I went I managed to get this switch I was looking at earlier in the video, got all that hooked up and that's running. And now we're sort of late Sunday afternoon and just having a bit of a charge around. So let's see if we can just follow this around a couple more times perhaps. See if we can get in close-ish and have a look at it. But I think my favourite of the things on show there was that clockwork locomotive on that very large table. The gentleman operating it seemed to be having terrific fun with it as well. I really was quite impressed with that. Such a lovely size of table to run it around as well, really letting it stretch its legs. So I think what we'll do, we'll see if we can get this round and get some control over it, and we'll swap it for the suburban train. So I'm just looking over my shoulder for the controls. And we'll just bring that to a stop there, where potentially we're going to have a platform at some point. You can hear the class 31 still trundling around in the background. So we'll throw this switch. So I want to go curved with that. There we go. And let's give that a bit of power and get the suburban train out. There we go. I know we saw this one running earlier, but let's just give this a little run around. Let's see if we can come back a little bit. And around it comes. I wonder whether we can get this to come round the railway with the class 31, see if we can get it together. Maybe the next time around. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can just come up high here and have a look at the class 31 in action here. I thought they were going to sort of combine and get a little bit closer together, but it doesn't look that way at all, does it? Let's see if we can grab some control over it. This is where it will all go horribly wrong. Let's slow that down there. And then let's give it a bit more power as it comes round. See if we can get the two coming down here together. There we go. Whoa! We've definitely had a bit of a derailment there. So let's see if we can sort that problem out. So we're off right the way along here as well. There we go, we got that one on. And let's see if we can sort out this one on the ends here. This is not a good place to couple that up. Yeah, definitely not a good place to couple that up. Let me move that on a little bit further. So coming out of that first radius curve, those couplings really sort of work against each other. And I think we're all on there. Let's give that a bit more power. We were trying to line all of those up, weren't we? Let's see what we can do this time. Let's give that another go and see if it will behave. Coming through there. This is where the problem was last time. Much better behave. Sorry, I lost the ability to speak there for some reason. So I think what we'll do, we'll just we'll now bring some control over the class 31, I think. I've just knocked the control on the suburban train there as I was putting the switch down. So let's just take the edge off that. Yeah, it's definitely picked up a bit of power as it's been running around. And we'll bring this around just to where the station's going to be, the Triang station, sorry. So we'll come around here. Got that sort of oil drum load there, perhaps. I keep referring to it as a barrel load, but I think it's referred to as an oil drum load. There we go. So we just got the suburban train coming in from behind me at the moment. So let's bring that gently to a stop. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I think, is we'll just back that through that new point. I'm struggling to put the controller down here. There we go. We'll put it there. So what I did before when I knocked the power is I put that down behind me and then just knocked the switch as I let go of it. And that's where we had that sudden spurt of power on the suburban train there. So let's get this one changed. So we'll go curved with this one. That's it. And then let's see if we can get that to roll backwards now. He says, holding his breath, reversing around all these curves and points. There we go. I don't think I've reversed off the end of the rail there. Almost. But I think that's probably it for this time. We've had a good sort of charge around with everything. Things are slowly progressing. Slowly being the operative word. So these boards, don't worry too much about this hole here. This was just I had the switch in there for a controller I had with the turntable on the last layer. I'm just using these boards to hold things in place until I can get something more so I know what I'm actually going to do, I think. So let's give this Hornby Dublo a little bit of a run. Maybe we can just get this back to the siding where it came from in the earlier segment of the video. And around she comes, so we just want to go beyond point number 1. There we go. And then we'll switch that to curved. And let's see, let's stand over here. We'll get a better view of this. He says, trying to step over the cabling. Let's see if we can get this on this side now. So we'll give that a little bit of power. Again, asking for trouble reversing over all this point work. There we go, stopped it without running into the buff or anything, but I think that's probably enough for this time. But thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the footage. I'll leave details of the show in the description box below. Goodbye now.